Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to never miss a video from Radio Nasha.
Oh my God. There are some Zoom calls जो मैं करने के लिए बड़ी ही excited हो जाती हूँ, especially when there are friends involved. तो सबसे पहले Cyrus, Shikha, thank you so much for joining me.
Rohini, it is so good to see you.
So good to see both of you. अच्छा, मैं किट्टू जी से आज पहली बार मिल रही हूँ, तो कौन मिलाएगा मुझे? कौन करेगा इंट्रोडक्शन?
Shikha.
Cyrus.
शुरू हो जाओ
100%
Cyrus, come on, you're my favorite son.
Good.
Yeah.
ठीक है. किट्टू जी मेरे ख्याल से मतलब एक one of the most colorful और interesting लोग हैं जिनसे आप कभी भी बात कर पाएंगे.
One second, Cyrus.
Colorful. What does that mean? Colorful, Cyrus.
She doesn't need an introduction. I am the person who needs the introduction.
But the aspects of Kitu ji that you don't know need an introduction. Like a camper, like जैसे कि her knowledge on all kinds of amazing achar, that she's such an outdoorsy person, or her love for animals, or her absolutely amazing.
Sai, you were actually paying attention? I'm shocked.
What?
I said you were actually paying attention.
What? No, I'm just messing. Yes, of course I was paying attention. I was focusing very hard, Kituji.
Okay.
And she has such a full life and so much that she's done that I think that there's an amazing human being. I would love to jam with Kituji for like hours. We never even got the time to do that. We were always working. But wow, what a
Sai, I'll take you up on that, huh? I'll take you up on that.
Please. You even gave me that kanji when we left.
Yes, did you? Okay, yeah, I gave you because you look like you desperately needed it.
I was found licking the bottle because I couldn't open it. Because you were not licking the bottle.
You have to introduce me to Rohini.
Oh, Rohini.
Thank you,
Rohini.
Another colorful character.
वो है रेडियो की हीरोइनी.
So रोहिणी रेडियो ज्यादातर लोग रेडियो को ज्वाइन करते हैं, रेडियो ने रोहिणी को ज्वाइन किया है. Because I genuinely feel that way. I think that as if you took footage, if you had like those cameras where they recorded kids, now I'm sure Rohini was doing radio shows out of her house or just collecting people and collecting stories. I think she's one of the most curious people I've met. So I think inherently she is this person. You know what I mean? And she likes like I think Rohini genuinely likes people. I sometimes I'm not sure. But she really likes people. With me, I'm not sure still. I'm not like pata. I'm not sure.
ये बहुत बढ़िया introduction था. Cyrus, thank you so much for that introduction. I really wanted to
GPay me.
बिल्कुल GPay is the best. 1402 रुपए मैं भेजने वाली हूँ Cyrus को इस introduction के लिए because why? यार, I want to say trailer बहुत ही कमाल था because it's real and honestly family gatherings are कैसे कहते हैं, are an occasion for extreme anxiety. I don't know if this emotion strikes across this screen right now. Like, I'm going to take this around the room. Shikha, पूरी family मिल रही है, क्या scene होता है घर पे? What are the sort of thoughts in your head जब तुम्हें पता है कि यार 2 हफ्ते बाद पूरा परिवार descend कर रहा है कहीं पर?
पॉटलक परिवार या तरसानिया परिवार? तरसानिया परिवार आ रहा है तो ओहो बहुत सारी एंजाइटी होती है क्योंकि सबको कुछ ना कुछ लेके आना होता है इस पॉटलक के लिए. और अगर मैं होस्ट कर रही हूँ तो मेरा एक ऐसा थीम रहता है कि ओके टुडे वी विल ओनली डू थाई फूड, टुडे वी विल डू ओनली मुगलाई फूड, और ऐसा एक थीम रहता है. पर नहीं, somebody wants to bring undhya while I have already ordered for galati kebabs. So it's very confusing and it's very stressful. So I have that WhatsApp group, the family WhatsApp group goes crazy because I'm the only one shouting saying, अरे पर theme तो, पर आप undhya कैसे लेके आ सकते हो इसके लिए? खांडवी नहीं चाहिए, galati kebabs मंगवाएं.
I can totally imagine that happening. Also kudos to you to try and make, everybody in a family do one thing. I think ये सबसे मुश्किल चीज होती है because I remember growing up, we would just struggle to get a family photograph. मतलब अगर एक फोटो करना हो हमारे घर में एक बर्थडे पार्टी में, everyone's off on a tangent, right? So I want to take this around to Kitu. Kitu, I'm so happy to meet you. I have seen you for a very long time acting, not just, on a screen, but also in the theater. And that's where I'm a huge fan of. So thank you so much for joining me today. मुझे बताइए, this sort of concept, which is that bringing people together, जो मतलब कहीं ना कहीं, because they're related to each other, they have to show up for each other, right? Was this the emotion that leapt out when you said, हाँ यार ये करनी है, because there's a lot of scope इसमें कि थोड़ा सा drama हो, at the same time nothing too serious, right? It's all in good spirit.
Exactly.
Yeah. Please, over to you.
No, I'm a big fan generally of family gatherings and potlucks, because that's what my Sindhi Parivar also did. And I am a big fan of that. And my crazy family also, my actual real life family also is pouncing on unmarried girls to get married so we can meet for 3 days. So there are 3 or 4 28, 30-year-old unmarrieds now. My cousin's daughters who are extremely eligible, but who are just refusing to get married. So there is solid pressure on them. Not for any reason, for their benefit. It's for our benefit, so that the whole family, which is all over the world, can descend on Delhi or Bombay or Goa and party for 3 days. We need an excuse, right? Otherwise, no one's going to take time off.
I love it.
For me,
you've literally given us the reason why शादियां होती हैं हिंदुस्तान में. ये इसी वजह से होती है.
100%.
And literally, we have started, almost like being mean and bitchy to those girls, because what are you thinking of? And we don't ask the mother. Like, I won't ask my cousin whose daughter it is. I will go roundabout and ask all the other cousins, why is she not getting married? She has a boyfriend, steady boyfriend. Why is she not getting married? I won't take the name because she might be listening to this. So it's not fair to put pressure on them like that, but we are so desperate for an excuse, So anyway, so going back to, not that I'm married, but we must put pressure on them.
Yeah.
The thing is that, but it's apart from the concept of a potluck, it's just a fabulous excuse to write a witty, kind of a sophisticated comedy. And especially when, you're shooting in an enclosed space and you're not allowed to go outdoors and shoot. I think it was just perfect. And it also is very, it has those very touchy topics on family in the current day, which we are facing. And it deals with those topics in a very humorous way. So it was it was a no-brainer to join this project.
बहुत शुक्रिया for that, of course. Cyrus, it's so fun to see you act. In fact, I must tell you, कुछ दिन पहले I was supposed to interview Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra, तो मैंने मसक्कली दिल्ली 6 जो है दोबारा से देखी, and I remember and I saw you and I was like, hey man, like ये acting क्यों नहीं कर रहा यार आजकल. और फिर उसके बाद मैंने ये देखा और मैंने कहा वाह, I literally wished you to be on the screen, right? So मुझे बताओ,
तुम्हारी वजह से चल रहा है.
I'm summoning the universe to show you.
Manifesting my career.
Clearly. So मेरा सवाल तुम्हारे लिए ये होगा कि is it something that because it's slightly comical, you feel that ये तुम्हारे लिए comfort zone है, इसीलिए तुमने कहा कि मुझे ये करना है, या फिर it was something that do you look forward to acting as much as you do the other stuff? मुझे ये जानना तुमसे.
I do look forward to acting as first of all, yeah. Also, the thing is that I get a lot of work which is in the same world, right?
Yeah.
And then it's very nice if there's variety in that world, because उस world में बहुत रंगीन चीजें हो रही हैं. And I really look forward to acting. I think that it's more now than ever before. And I've got to shoot like 2-3 series during the lockdown, which was fantastic, also because of this bio bubble situation, which is great fun. And I think that it's something I loved in the beginning. In school and all, it was always acting, and then life just happened and the hosting world took over, and a lot of comedy and sketches and stuff took over. But when I look back, even then I was mostly playing characters, you know what I mean? And so अब मुझे लग रहा है कि मुझे बहुत मजा आ रहा है इस नए एक्टिंग स्पेस में, और नॉन स्टॉप चल रहा है, तो उससे मुझे लग रहा है कि मैं सीख भी रहा हूँ अपने बारे में बहुत सारी अलग अलग चीजें. तो मुझे
it's good, yeah, it's good. And I actually enjoyed the trailer because I just felt that this is so slice of life, जिसे कहते हैं कि यार ये तो मेरा परिवार हो सकता है, right? And honestly, it's always about the humor, because humor can go either way, right? So I'm going to take this to Shikha. Shikha, when do you know कि ये एक मजेदार कॉमेडी होने वाली है? What is important for you to be part of something which is comical? लेकिन सिर्फ कॉमेडी नहीं, उस कॉमेडी में और क्या होना चाहिए तुम्हारे लिए?
Comedy will not work if there's no truth to it, and life is only funny.
Yeah.
And we don't realize it. So when you read the script, and when I read the script of Potluck, it was situational comedy. It is the situations that we are living and what we have been through, और उसमें से comedy निकलती है. And then जब we had a workshop before we started, and the cast that we have, we were also given the space to really make the scenes our own and make the comedy our own and make the characters, like, that's the chemistry that that was created at that point of time, which gave space for the comedy.
Yeah.
So you get all of us in a room and you're talking about something as simple as, I don't know, the weather. But that will also become funny because, your dad's on a different tangent, your mother's on a different tangent,
Right.
your brother's going through something else in his life. And your dating life is a mess. So your outlook about the weather is just like, बारिश हो रही है, कहाँ जाऊँ मैं? So it's all of that comes together. And that's when I say life is really, really funny. And that is what you see in Potluck.
That's fantastic. किटू जी, मुझे इस ensemble के बारे में बताइए, because I enjoy shows जहाँ पर there are more people than just 2 or 3 to look forward to, right? And in this case, of course, I really wanted to have this conversation with 3 of you, because you are the 3 people I'm looking forward to the most. लेकिन मुझे बताइए कि इस cast में, was there a discovery आपके लिए? Like, who did you discover and what did you discover about somebody else's abilities as an actor आपके सामने?
Acha, now you ask me to reveal my secrets. I guess, like Sai, for example, I've only known him as a comic and a stand-up and a host and all that. So for me, apart when he was not irritating me, I did find certain sensitivity in his. Like, we had lovely scenes, 2 or 3 scenes as mother-son, which I would not have expected. I would have probably not expected to go well, but they were surprisingly very well, and they went well. And he's very malleable, and it was fun to improvise with him. And Ira, I know very well. Shikha, I've seen her work. Harman, I didn't know, and I really like his style of acting because he's extremely understated and very different kind of style of acting, which I really like as well. So there were 2-3 discoveries on this shoot, and then of course, it kind of continued that way. So and the best part is that, like, for example, Shikha and I didn't have to really work on our scenes or explain to the other person why we are saying what we're saying. It just flowed. We had 2 or 3 very emotional scenes, and literally going the other way, like a little bit of Rona Dhona and all. So they went really well. Because
is there this connection because आप दोनों theater से ताल्लुक रखते हैं? Because I see that as a common thread आप दोनों के बीच में.
I don't know if it's theater. It's just as much as being comfortable in front of the camera and let it all out. It's more that, because the camera is so intimate. In theater, it's a whole different ball game. But so each person, I think, managed. The 8 people had to make 7 interactions, right?
Yes.
So each one has managed to make their own connections. Like, I had to make with 7 people my own equation.
Yeah.
And nobody told me what, there was minimal, there was direction, but I think we were all given free leeway to make our own emotional connections to each character, which I think happened very quickly. And considering we shot it 8 episodes in 18 days, that kind of connection is quite difficult to find.
एक सेकंड, आपने जिसका 18 दिन में 8 एपिसोड शूट हुआ है, एक सेकंड, I'm thinking Mr. Cyrus, ये लोग, ये क्या है? What can we compare this to? Like, really, 18 दिन में 8 एपिसोड कोई कैसे कर सकता है? कैसे हुआ ये? मुझे बताओ.
ऑफ कैम जब ऑफ कैमरा था ना, तो वो जो पुराने टेप्स होते थे जब सब फास्ट फॉरवर्ड की स्पीड में चल रहे हैं, वैसे टाइम लैप्स, इट फेल्ट लाइक अ टाइम लैप्स. इट वाज लॉट ऑफ वर्क, इट वाज अ लॉट ऑफ वर्क रोहिणी. और हम सब मतलब एक ही लोकेशन में थे, नॉन स्टॉप काम भी किया, और काम खत्म होने के बाद अच्छी बात यह है कि द कास्ट आल्सो स्टिल वांटेड टू हैंग आउट विद ईच अदर and still unwind with each other. And I think everybody was also very desperate for human contact because everybody came out of their own individual lockdowns. मैं तो घर अकेले 6 महीने के लिए था. So for the first few days I was observing everyone like they were another species only. Like अच्छा, you know, like a nature documentary. And it was fab. It was fab. It was a lot of hard work, and there was not that much time to sit and wonder about who am I and what is my motivation, not because boom, you gotta go, you know, and
fantastic.
That helps.
That's fantastic. Shikha,
Cyrus, several times Cyrus did take the director aside for 1 hour and asked what his motivation was.
I was like, how do I... Yeah.
No, like, but Kitu, both of them, Ira and Cyrus, both.
No,
what?
Not me.
Really?
No.
Ira also.
If you tell Ira anything, then she gets into that tangent and starts thinking about it. I realized.
I know you were messing with Ira's mind, and I will never forgive you that.
I was messing with Ira.
But at one point, Rajashri would get up and say, "Because I'm telling you to, that's why."
Yeah. But Ira is so gullible. If I told Ira I have a 2-year-old twin, they're two twins, I told her that one twin doesn't like you, so she's gotten hurt about this and all. She's worried. Why doesn't she like me? मैंने कहा गलती हो गई यार, मुझे क्या पता. Or I said she likes me more. Like she doesn't react to you like happily.
Oh God, not fair.
She called her aura cleaner. I don't know. Had a salt bath.
Yeah, she lit some agarbattis around the set and all.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but Ira,
very
sorry,
earnest.
I wish you were here, but we're not really missing you because clearly we know what happened to you on that set right now. But Shikha, मुझे तुमसे पूछना है, over the last couple of days, we spoke about Shanti Kranti, ऐसे एक Zoom call पर हम मिले थे, and I know that you're in the middle of shooting another film as well. I'd like to believe that this is a fun time for anybody, post the pandemic, जिनको इस वक्त अपने घर के बाहर काम के लिए जाना पड़ रहा है, right? So I'm really glad for you for that. But at the same time, I want to ask you कि इस समय में, for an actor like yourself, are the choices still driven by what we need to, go towards or be, or is it driven by, yaar, bahut maza aa raha hai, let's just do this because I really miss this so much. Can you make sense of that for me in your career at this point?
I don't know how to give you a short answer on this, so I'm sorry if I'm going to just go a little beyond that, because one is the choices that you're given. इतने choices मिलते नहीं हैं. Audition करते रहो और फिर उसमें से जब आप audition करोगे उसके बाद script मिलेगी, फिर आप देखोगे अगर आपके लिए वो work करता है कि नहीं, कि आप उसमें interested हो, is it a nuanced character, etc. So from the limited choices that you're given, when you get a script like Shanti Kranti or Potluck or Jahan Char Yaar, apart from the stuff on the periphery, which is, like how many days you require, what's it going to, what is the commercials involved with it, etc. Blah, blah, blah. All of that is very secondary. You're just like, oh, script is nice, character is great, and you get to work during the pandemic. I'm grateful beyond belief. And those are the ones that you jump for and jump in joy for and saying, oh, we'll just do it. Let's just do it. And then you get a cast like this. Oh my God. It doesn't come across. It doesn't, an opportunity like this doesn't come across that often for actors like me, for sure.
Oh, I wish you many more opportunities like this. And I hope that this happens to you again and again and again. Kitu, I do want to ask you this, that, there is an entire audience जो, कहीं ना कहीं आपको टीवी पर देखा करते थे, all right? And now ये medium जो है, TV ही है, but of course it's more on demand, right? OTT. I think you'd be the right person to answer this. So take us through what we may not have known, in that era, which is perhaps the 90s, जब television था. What was it like? Like, do you want to tell us, like, what was it like to be on a set at that time? Do you remember a scene or a show that you shot for that stayed with you? Or maybe because the experience was very good, or maybe it was really funny. Take us back in time, please.
Well, for 15 years, I worked nonstop from 1986 to 2001. And I must have done about 30 different serials, some which were shown, had a full run, some had half a run, some had one season. There are similarities and differences. We had an amazing variety of topics, themes, subjects, genres. I've done action with Anubhav Sinha when he was coming up. Anubhav Sinha is now a big filmmaker, right? So I did a series with him called Shikha, which was about the mafia, and we did incredible action scenes inside Film City. So that was one kind of series. Then I did Junoon, which was kind of a soapish drama with people like Tom Alter and etc. etc. So, and then I did Swabhiman, which was very path-breaking from 96 to 2000, which was written by Shobha De. So the range of topics was amazing. And then you had Govind Nihalani, Shyam Benegal, you had Ravi Rai, right? Big break And the similarity is that today with OTT, you're getting to see the same kind of width and breadth of topics. Right. Hopefully it'll get better, because I still think we have a lot more to discover. The budgets are much better today. Production values are much better today. If you look at some of those serials, you may laugh because you may find the budgets and the production values. But you know, it held the whole country entertained for 15, 20 years. No matter what you say. You know.
मुझे बताओ वो जो शक्तिमान का streak था आपका. It wasn't too many episodes, but लेकिन मजा आया था कि नहीं? Because iconic type show था.
It was such fun doing that kind of comedy, you know. It was fun doing with Mukesh. Whatever you may think of Mukesh Khanna, those 14 episodes I did with him, I had a blast. That's the kind of comedy I love. I love that kind of comedy.
Amazing.
I really had a blast.
And truly, it's something that's gone down in the popular culture history, जिसे कहते हैं ना. Like you will always have, you know, Shaktiman. एक तरफ स्वाभिमान और दूसरी तरफ शक्तिमान. सिर्फ और सिर्फ कितु गिदवानी.
What a range! Wow.
Too good. Thank you so much.
And we
did
those funny stunts and those, those B movie villains and all that, hiding in the khandar and jumping out at me and I mean, we had such a blast, you know, with such a little budget. I must say, I had a good run.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much for that. Cyrus, I want to close by taking this round the room, because we must, you know, मुझे ये जानना है कि अगर आपको एक dish, you know, कितने इंटरव्यूज में ये सवाल पूछा गया आपसे. I'm sure कि अब तो आपको पता होगा कि आपको क्या बोलना है, but हमें भी यही सवाल पूछना है आपसे, which is अगर आप एक पॉटलक में कोई डिश ले आते अपने हाथों से बनाकर, ओके, तो कौन सा होता?
मैं या तो दाल मखनी ले आता या थाई ग्रीन करी, क्योंकि ये दोनों चीजें मैंने बहुत बनाई है ड्यूरिंग द
pandemic.
Yeah, man. I didn't reach banana bread and dalgona coffee. मैं अपनी दाल मखनी में ही रह गया. हाँ, वहां से आगे ही नहीं गया मैं.
लेकिन पैंडेमिक ने खाना बनाना सिखाया
बहुत ज्यादा यार. मतलब और कौन करेगा? इनफैक्ट I learned, I was at home alone, so I was like, you had to cut and cook. I'm not bad at cooking, but cutting is a real pain. So the first thing I bought when the world opened up was this
chopper.
Thing on
Slicer chopper.
I would like to officially endorse this product. It's called the dude. My girlfriend was in Jaipur and her mom. I said, "यार मुझे समझ ही नहीं आ रहा, मेरा दिमाग खराब." Because that lady on the cookery show is pure evil, because वो suspense film की तरह she little by little tells you what to put in the food. आप भाग रहे हैं. हाँ. मैं तो बोल रहा नहीं, बोल गई कलौंजी ले ये. I'm like, अरे कलौंजी का है. So I went mad. I asked my girlfriend's mom to send me some videos, my mom to send me videos. And then I saw her not cutting anything. She used to just chuck it all and then pull the dhaga. It's called the pigeon.
मेरे पास है वो. मेरे पास भी है. But I don't use it. I want to say I'm
Tuji, then you are legendary. मैं तो मेरी तो उंगलियां टेढ़ी हो गई थी.
I want to endorse this myself because I have the Tupperware chopper.
आपके तो हैं ही Tupperware.
Tupperware ना बहुत अच्छा है. बहुत थोड़ा महंगा है लेकिन बहुत अच्छा है.
हाँ नहीं, पिजन से हम खुश हैं. Pigeon.
Pigeon.
I have no
Pigeon,
reason why they
please.
called it that. Because
Please.
it's not like it flies away in case you don't use
No,
it.
no,
you
then
know?
it's got to be called pigeon because there's a Masakali connection. Come on, like get with this,
There you
yeah,
go.
Cyrus. Just accept
There
it,
you
yeah.
go.
Huh,
Ye
come
dekho
on.
yaar.
So
Pigeon, please get in touch with Cyrus. Please get in
Yes.
touch with Cyrus.
Pigeon,
please.
I want to endorse your products. It's a very good product. It's got 44,000 reviews, which are positive. And I really want to thank
Amazing.
them because after the pigeon entered my life, I was just like pulling that stuff. Sometimes I'm randomly pulling stuff, thinking it's the pigeon. Like in
I also
railways,
have one.
trains are
This is
stopping, flushes are being pulled. I just think it's the
This is
pigeon.
hilarious. This is hilarious.
Yeah.
Shikha?
This has caused no value to this episode. Nobody's going to watch this and say, "Wow, now I'll watch Potluck."
नहीं सब पिजन खरीदने वाले हैं.
गलत हो गया है, पूरा प्रमोशन ही गलत है.
Sarah,
Pigeon should- Pigeon should
I
promote
promise
Potluck.
I'll bring it back. No,
Thank
what
you.
we'll do
Thank you,
now,
Shikha.
I mean, see, basically was all the food that was cooked in our show, the pigeon was used extensively to chop all our onions
Thank
for
you.
potluck.
That's amazing. That's amazing. शिखा तुम बताओ क्या लेके आती, क्या बनाती?
मैं दो चीजें बना सकती हूँ. One is pasta in this tomato sauce. It's very
Yeah.
rustic. And one is red Thai curry.
Okay, so we're all Thai curry fans here. Fantastic. Kitu ji.
चार तो
चावल-
ingredient है उसमें.
चावल चाहिए तो बता दो, वो तो मतलब रोज बन रहे हैं.
बहुत बढ़िया. Fantastic.
Easiest thing to cook.
हाँ चपाती तो किसी ने नहीं खाया पैंडेमिक में, मैं बताती हूँ तुम्हें.
Chance
किसी ने
नहीं.
नहीं बनाई.
किसी ने
नहीं,
खाया.
I tried.
You did?
और
Yeah.
yeah, I can make perfectly round chapatis now. That was my achievement. सब banana bread बना रहे थे, मैं round chapatis बना रही
Wow.
थी.
But are they edible?
Yes, they're
मतलब-
Yeah,
fantastically
good
soft.
question.
And they
Wow,
fluff.
that's fantastic,
They're
Shikha.
like pulkas, okay?
Wow.
ओहो.
Wow.
क्या बात है, Shikha? That's a big accomplishment.
Yeah.
Thanks, yeah.
Forget all this acting stuff.
Y'all are so surprised also.
मैं
Chef,
shocked.
हाँ, मैं तला I'll start a tiffin service. Only chapatis.
Brilliant, dude.
Trust
Brilliant
me,
idea.
I will sign up. I will sign up.
Yeah.
Anybody will sign up for this. बाकी सारी चीजें बन जाएंगी, चपातियां नहीं बनती. और
नहीं
किटू जी
बनती.
आप क्या
Hey,
लेकर
but
आते?
why? Huh? I will bring king oyster mushroom scallops in a butter garlic sauce
Wow.
with herbed rice.
Wow, man.
शिखा, why not यार? मैं चपाती नहीं बनाती हूँ, मैं ये बना सकती हूँ.
No.
आपने-
My expression is कि आप ये सब बना रहे हो और आपने अभी भी हमारे लिए नहीं बनाया. मैं हर
I just
ठीक है
learned
नहीं.
how to make. अभी learn किया है मैंने. King oyster mushroom, delicious, yummy scallops
Wow, man.
with butter garlic
Fantastic.
sauce and
But Kitu
herb
ji,
rice.
are the scallops running from the bowl? What is this? Are they
I'm
jumping?
just saying, it's like
चिल्ला रहे हैं scallops. नहीं, हमें नहीं जाना अंदर. हम नहीं जाएंगे. चल जा.
Well,
That's
I
only
just want to
one
say
of the dishes.
I want to be at this potluck. Okay, लेकिन उससे
Yeah.
पहले
Everybody wants to be. Look at our low budget potluck. वो रोटी दाल ये scallops gently
Scallops.
sauteed with
मुझे
butter.
मुझे किट्टू जी के पॉटलक में डेफिनेटली इनवाइट चाहिए.
Yeah, dude. Totally.
तो हम वहां पर पहुंच जाएंगे स्कैलप्स खाने के लिए. हम कहीं भी पहुंच जाएंगे. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया मुझसे बातें करने के लिए. एंड ऑफ कोर्स इट्स गोना स्ट्रीम वेरी वेरी सून. सो थैंक यू सो मच गाइस.
Thank you, Rohini. Thank you.
Thank you, Rohini.
थैंक्स गाइस.
bye, Cyrus. Bye, Cyrus.
Bye. Bye.